Good morning, peeps. I'm now going to show you how I use a hook tyer and a loop tyer on tying up all my own hooks. I prefer to tie my own hooks, and then if something goes wrong or you snap up, you can only blame yourself. So tie them properly and be careful. Make sure the lines are wet so it doesn't burn the knots, because if you get too much heat when you pull a knot tight, it will burn it and it will weaken the line and you lose fish. Now we don't want that, do we? Right, peeps, I'm going to show you how I tie my hooks up. I used one of these. I got off the website called Wish, and it's metal. It was £1. So that's very expensive, isn't it? You know. Right, let's get the hooks out, or one out. Let's get one out ready. Come on. There we are. I do it this way round like that, nip the vice up, get it in the shank in the middle. I pin the spool of line down so you can pull it without it coming loose. So then you go over the top of the two, like that. And then you just start spinning away. I do about 12, 14, something like that. Then you get it going like that. Keep it in line. I always prefer to tie my own. I used to use pre-tied, but I kept getting them fail. And you push that down like that, and then you start to pull it through there like that, and just ease it down a little bit. You mustn't pull it too much, because that'll heat up and then it'll, see it gripping and it'll be a bit of blur. And then just pull it tight-ish, not silly tight. Then you release the jaw. And as you can see, that'll pull that out like that, just gently so it don't get too hot. Because as soon as you get too much heat, it will damage it and it'll burn the line. I like to pull them nice and tight like this. And then you've got that there like that. And then you just get your scissors like that and nip it off there. Done. Now how is that? There we are, see that? Lovely. And then you put it to your, get your loop tyer, and then you do the lengths you want to do on there like that. And then I'll try and show you how I do my loops. Now what I do is I've got size 12, this is MXC3, and the MXC2s I think are over this side, but I'll do it in this one because that's nearest the camera for now. Now that's a little bit awkward because I've got such big rabs. What I do is you hook it around the hook there in the box, if I can get it to stay on there for a minute. Right, you hook it on there, then you go round this one, the hook length you want. If I can keep, come on, that's marvellous. Stay on there this time, because I've got such big hands, it makes it awkward. So you get it to the length you want, right, and then you grab it here, like that, and keep a hold of the line, don't let it go, and that should stay there. Right, so you got that, put your finger over that, pull them both down here, and then you get whichever loop tyer you want for the size loop you want. I'll do the small one for the demo. You hook it over both like that, and then you turn it twice. 1, 2, and then that first loop you can see there, you go through the crook of that thing there, right? Then I just put my finger on here so it don't slip off. And then you pull it gently like that, not too fast so it don't heat up, and then you give it a little bit of blur, and then it'll be like that. And as you just nip it a bit more, you watch it just pulls off that loop like that. You see that one stays in there, and then you just gently pull it down, and it makes a lovely figure of 8. Alright, then you just cut the excess off there. As always, you know, it's not worry about using a little bit of line, and then you cut it off. Get hold of the hook out of the way, and then you just nip it off there, and there's your loop tied and your hook. Take it off the loop tie, and there you have it. And then what you do is you put it on the hook there, hold that down like that, and then it goes on the loop, on the hook, just like that. So you've got all your hook lengths tied up all at the right lengths. Oops, slipped off. Might be a bit too tight actually, but there you are. Let me get it on there so you can see what I'm doing. Hook it over, and there you are. Push it down, and they're ready to go. And I find this, I like the little circles you get with hook for your hook lengths, but these, they keep your lines lovely and straight. Alright, so I hope that helps you out with the loop tire and the hook tire. Well peeps, I hope that helps you out a bit on how to tie your hooks with the loop tire and the hook tire. You know, I always prefer tying them myself. Then if you lose a fish or something like that, you can only blame yourself. Because if you lose fish on pre-tied hooks from anybody, I'm not knocking any of them, but then the first thing you do is be going back to the shop and say, I lost a fish on that those hooks. So that isn't much good to you, is it? So you can just blame yourself. And as you can see, I use Fuka bait all the time, and I've caught roach from this big to 20-pound carp on my tied hook length, so it can't be far out, can it? So so I hope you can give me a thumbs up on the video, and even consider giving me a subscribe, because it'll all help the channel out, and you can watch all my videos as well of all the places I go fishing. So thank you very much for watching. I hope it helped you out. Bye bye for now.